Next up, we've got the most special act of the day. Give it up for the boneless girl, Zoe!
I hopped onto the stage as the crowd cheered. I jumped right into my performance, picking up speed for a big leap across to the next bar. But just a few seconds of distraction, I couldn't keep the bucket balanced on my foot. It shot into the air, spinning wildly. The whole auditorium went dead silent. I froze, my face turning ghost white. Oh, shrimp tacos, I'm toast! Hey, I'm Zoe, 17 years old. I was born crazy flexible, so I turned it into my thing. Now I'm a performer at the Magical Circus, the most famous circus in town. One day, right before I hit the stage, I got a call from Dad.
Zoe, the real estate folks came again. They're still trying to buy our zoo.
I'd heard about it. Some company wanted to tear down my father's zoo for a fancy resort. Didn't you already say no?
I did, but it's been almost 3 months without visitors. I don't think we can hold on much longer.
Hang in there, Dad. I'll figure something out. Just then, the director called me in. It was my turn to go on stage. I quickly hung up the phone and went in to start my performance. But because I was so caught up worrying about Dad, I couldn't 100% focus on my performance. And in the end, I caused a total disaster. The bucket slipped off my foot, shot up into the air, and came crashing down right onto some guy's head. He stormed off before I could even apologize. Of course, the director roasted me afterward. That's when I found out that guy was Eric, a VIP guest the director had specially invited. I promised I'd find Eric tomorrow and apologize properly. Only then did the director finally chill out. Still, what really mattered now was saving the zoo. I decided to go straight to the real estate company and talk to the boss myself. Maybe there was still hope. But when the office door swung open, I nearly did a double take. Sitting at the director's desk was Eric. Yep, that Eric. What the fudge kind of cursed luck was this?
You, what are you doing here?
First things first, I should apologize, right? I forced my brightest, most sincere smile. I just wanted to say sorry about what happened at the circus. I didn't mean for any of it to happen. Eric gave me a cold stare.
If that's all, you can leave.
No, wait, there's something else. I heard you're trying to buy the Happy Zoo. It's my dad's and he really doesn't want to sell it. Could you maybe reconsider?
Not gonna happen.
Dang, that was ice cold. He was definitely still salty about the bucket incident. Please, the zoo means everything to my dad, so I seriously hope you can reconsider.
Honestly, your dusty little zoo's a lost cause. Buying it would actually be doing your dad a favor. You should be thanking me.
Then, what if I can bring the zoo back to life in 2 months? Will you back off?
Fine, 2 months. After that, I'll be waiting for you to hand it over yourself. Fair and square.
I hurried back and told Dad everything. We racked our brains trying to come up with ideas. Then I spotted a TV show about animal performers. And boom, an idea popped into my head. I would dress up as a bear and put on a show to draw people in. Dad loved the plan and found the best craftsman in town to make the costume. Super realistic, too. I spent 3 days getting used to moving and doing tricks inside it. It was exhausting. But quitting? Nah, not happening. That weekend, a group of elementary kids was coming for a field trip. Perfect timing. I suited up, sat in the bear enclosure, and waited. Soon enough, the kids came running.
Hi, Mr. Bear!
I waved back. No surprise, the kids' eyes went wide and their mouths dropped open. They swarmed around me, all chattering at once, and in the chaos, one little boy dropped his robot toy into the bear enclosure. I picked it up, and the boy looked like he was about 2 seconds away from bursting into tears.
That's mine! Give it back!
I handed it to him, and the kids gasped again.
The bear can understand us!
I did everything they asked, laying down, standing up, spinning. Then I busted out some flips, stretches, and juggling moves. The kids were screaming with excitement, and the teacher was busy filming the whole thing. The very next day, the video of the circus bear who could understand humans totally went viral. People got curious and started flocking to our zoo. Visitor numbers kept climbing, and before I knew it, the place that used to be a ghost town was packed every single day. I was over the moon. At this rate, winning the bet with Eric was just a matter of time. One day while I was doing my contortion routine inside the bear enclosure, I spotted a familiar figure walking over. It was Eric. He came closer, watching me with this amused look.
Heard this bear can understand people. Hey, lie down.
Yeah, I understood him all right, but like heck I was gonna listen. When he told me to lie down, I stood up. He said spin in a circle, I flopped flat on the ground. He said stand up, I spun like a merry-go-round. His face went blank like he just blue screened.
Mister, the bear's been following everyone's orders, except yours. Maybe he just doesn't like you.
No way. Hey, Bear! Juggle something, now!
Oh, you want juggling? Say less. Eric's face lit up like a Christmas tree.
See? He's listening to me.
Before he could even finish, the ball smacked right into the cage, straight at his face. Everyone around burst out laughing. Eric's face turned beet red, part rage, part embarrassment. Watching him stomp off all huffy, shrimp tacos, that was so satisfying. The summer heat was frying me alive. When the last visitors finally left, I bolted for the supply shed to ditch the bear suit. Whew, it felt like being reborn. I was closing the shed door, thinking about grabbing something to eat, when Eric popped out of nowhere, making me jump like a scaredy cat. Weren't you supposed to be gone?
How do you know I was even here? I haven't seen you since I arrived.
Oh, I saw you walking around earlier.
Is that so? Heard the zoo's been booming lately. Figured I'd come check it out.
Bet you were hoping we'd still be a flop, huh? Welp, tough luck. We're killing it right now. You're gonna lose the bet real soon.
Relax. There's still a whole month left. Don't get cocky yet. By the way, why's your shirt covered in bear fur?
Oh, fudge sticks. Not good. Well, I just fed the bears, that's all. Some fur must have stuck to me. Anyway, gotta go. Super busy. Bye. I bolted. Please, please, please let him not get suspicious. The next morning, just as we opened the zoo, I saw Eric storming straight into the bear enclosure. What the heck was he doing?
Zoe, take off the bear suit! I know everything! I found it hidden in the supply shed! Quit faking already!
Wait, what? He found the costume? But that wasn't even the worst part. He wasn't facing me. He was facing a real bear. I sprinted toward him, heart in my throat. Eric, get out of there! That's a real bear, not me! Eric whipped around, saw me, and pure terror hit his face. The bear was slowly creeping toward him. Play dead! Quick! Without even blinking, Eric dropped like a sack of potatoes. Thank the stars he listened. Bears usually lose interest if the prey looks dead. I yanked on my bear suit, jumped into the enclosure, and started waving around to distract the bear. As soon as I saw Eric scramble out safely, I finally exhaled. I asked Eric to meet up and talk. Whether I liked it or not, I had to face this head on. But he spoke first.
Thanks for saving me.
I'm sorry. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have ended up in that mess. Pretending to be a bear, I didn't have any other choice. This zoo and the animals here have been part of my family's life for so long. I had to save it, no matter what.
But do you really think you can keep pretending to be a bear forever? And have you ever thought maybe the animals here don't want to spend their whole lives locked up either?
His words hit me harder than I expected. I remembered those sweltering days inside that heavy suit, sweating under the burning sun, forced to perform tricks for strangers. Sometimes rowdy kids even threw stuff at me for laughs. It sucked, and maybe that's exactly how the animals felt too. But I don't know what else to do.
I have an idea. What if we turn this place into an eco-resort? A space where people can relax and experience nature, and the animals can live in a much better environment too.
Honestly, it was a brilliant idea. I agreed right away. A year later, the eco-resort was up and running. The ugly iron cages were gone, replaced by sprawling green meadows that matched each animal's natural habitat. Watching the rabbits chase each other across the grass made my heart feel so full.
Look at them. They're really happy.
Yeah, all thanks to your amazing idea. And speaking of which, I've got a circus show tonight. You should totally come. Don't worry, no buckets are gonna fall on your head this time. Pinky promise.
Jeez, Lois. I'm still traumatized from that day.
We strolled along together under the soft evening sun. Out of nowhere, his hand found mine. I turned my head and met his gentle gaze, feeling my heart turn into literal mush. I smiled and gave his hand a little squeeze back. Another ordinary day. Just me doing my thing, a totally forgettable librarian no one notices. But suddenly, I felt it. Someone was watching me. 1, 2, 3 men in black. Stay calm. I casually walked out of the library. Just as expected, they followed. I bolted straight into the women's restroom. A few seconds later, I stepped back out looking like a completely different person. Your friendly neighborhood janitor lady. Age 50, 0 threats detected. Without missing a beat, I shoved my janitor cart straight into them. Move it, will ya? I got floors to mop and mouths to feed. Bam! I jammed the door shut with a mop and made a run for it. No time to breathe as my AI smartwatch started going off.
Agent Anya, report to HQ, now!
No hesitation, I made a beeline for the phone booth at the end of the street, punched in the secret code, and the whole thing shuddered before sliding down like a James Bond elevator, taking me straight to MDA's headquarters. Okay, I may have lied to you guys just a little bit. The name's Anya, 18, undercover agent. My special skill, I can disguise myself as literally anyone. That's why I'm always on top of this game, baby. And now, welcome to HQ.
We're so screwed!
Alarms blared, agents scrambled everywhere. Papers flew like confetti at a very unfortunate party. Before I could even blink, the boss zoomed past, yanked me by the collar, and dragged me into his office.
All agent identities have been compromised. The data's been stolen by Virus, the world's most dangerous criminal network. If we don't get it back, the entire agency is done for.
Wait, hold on. You mean?
Your mission, infiltrate Virus. Retrieve the data. Agent Joey, in my office, now.
Joey strutted in, flashing that cocky grin, then winked at me. I want to hurl.
Agent Joey will assist you on this mission. Remember, the future of MDA depends on both of you. Now get out of my office!
Great. A mission impossible.
So, I think we should find a place to, discuss the plan. Somewhere, private?
No time. I'll start now. And FYI, I work alone. You get it, right? In this line of work, you can't afford to get close to anyone. You could end up getting them hurt, even if that person happens to be the agency's number 2.
Oh yeah? And how exactly do you plan on infiltrating Virus when you don't even know where it is or who you're supposed to impersonate? Lucky for you, I happen to have exactly what you need.
Fine, what do you want?
A date?
Hard pass.
Hey, wait!
That's my cue. I slipped behind Joey, snatched the USB right out of his hand. Thanks for the freebie, sucker! With that intel in hand, the rest was cake. I took a stealth jet straight to the headquarters of Virus, slipped into a new identity, tech specialist, Vega. Joey had already handled her, wiping her completely off the grid, so I had a clean cover. No loose ends. Minutes later, I strolled through the giant steel gates. Their security system scanned me top to bottom. No red flags. Perfect. Game officially on. According to Joey's files, all the agent identities were stored in a top secret room deep inside the headquarters. I snuck my way there and used my smartwatch to hack into it, but access denied?
Vega? Are you trying to open the door?
Oh, totally! HQ told me to grab the data.
Then you'll need Vincent's special clearance card. He's the only one who has it.
Vincent, huh? I pulled up his file on my smartwatch. Vincent the Viper, tech genius of Virus, the brains behind every major system. Oh, and bonus fact, he's the adopted son of the chairman himself. Translation, if there's one person I absolutely cannot piss off, it's him. Right on cue, I got summoned to see him. Great. I slapped on my confident face and headed to his lab. Okay, Anya, no mistakes, no slip-ups. The door slid open. Sitting in the dead center of the room was a 7-year-old kid? Whose kid is this?
What did you just say?
Aw, you got lost, didn't you, buddy? How cute! Just then, his tiny hand smacked mine away. His gaze? Ice cold. He snapped his fingers, and from the corner, a robot powered on, marched over, and with one hit, it slammed me to the ground.
Miss Vega, you seem to be in the mood for disrespecting your superior today.
Superior? This brat was Vincent the Viper? Son of a biscuit. Think, Anya. This was just a psychological test. Totally intentional. I wanted to see how naturally you'd react under pressure. Vincent narrowed his eyes, staring at me. Not good. I had to win his trust first, before I even dreamed about getting that special clearance card. Next morning, I pulled out the flattery trick. Vincent said he wanted milk, so I brought out 12 different kinds, like some mini milk buffet.
Milk quality insufficient. Stomach risk 99%. Initiating liquid termination.
Wait! The day after that, I showed up with a mountain of adorable plush toys, laid them out in front of him like it was Christmas. He looked at them like, meh.
Toys detected. Too boring. Initiating upgrade.
Seconds later, the plushies morphed into terrifying half-bear, half-robot nightmare fuel. Yikes. Another day, Vincent's assistant robot glitched out. With no one else to help, he was struggling doing the tiniest task. So I stepped in. Meal prep, bath time, even bedtime story duty.
Thanks.
He turned away, but I caught his ears turning red. Guess he is just a kid after all. That night, once Vincent was asleep, I crept around his room searching for the special clearance card. Suddenly, the broken bot lit up and surrounded me.
Intruder detected. Activating defense mode.
Oh, scrap. After one bruised up night, I limped into HQ like a zombie. Suddenly, alarms screamed. The magnetic barriers around the lab had been breached. Vincent's face went pale. He sprinted to his lab. In the middle of the chaos, something on the CCTV feed caught my eye. Joey. He'd made it inside. No one was paying attention, so I quickly deleted the footage. Just like that, he was completely invisible inside the virus system. But then, the door burst open. A figure of absolute authority stepped in. Everyone instantly bowed.
Chairman!
Beside me, Vincent was shaking like a leaf, like he was about to cry.
Explain the failure.
I don't know.
Without thinking, I stepped forward, standing between them. It was my fault. The chairman narrowed his eyes at me, sizing me up from head to toe. There was no actual damage. We're already working on a fix. You have my word. This won't happen again. He just scoffed and walked off. I could finally breathe. Vincent stayed frozen, totally rattled. I knelt beside him, coached him through his breathing, then gently led him back to his room. I brought Vincent a cup of warm milk and placed the pile of plush toys next to him. He suddenly grabbed my sleeve.
Why are you helping me? Do you think I'm weak?
Not at all. For your age, you're tough. Brilliant, even. You just shouldn't have to go through this. He went quiet. The ice in his eyes faded, replaced by something raw, wounded.
I didn't have a choice. I grew up in an orphanage. Every day there was a battle. Then the chairman came, gave me a home. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't even be here.
I stared at him. This tech prodigy, one of the sharpest minds in Virus, and still just a child who never got to be one. So you think you have to work for him?
It's the only way I can repay him.
You know, kids your age should be out playing with friends, going to school, being loved and protected by their guardians. You deserve that too. He lowered his eyes, fingers fiddling with the cup.
Then, could you be that person for me?
I froze. This question, I didn't know how to answer. You should get some rest. We've got a lot to do tomorrow. As I quietly turned to leave, I bumped into a bot. It started beeping like it was about to blow up. I didn't want to wake Vincent, so I smacked it on the head. It powered down instantly and dropped a key card. No way, the clearance card? I tucked it into my coat, then made a beeline for the secured data room. I had to try. But then, footsteps. Someone was coming. I spun and launched a high kick right at him. He blocked it.
Whoa, chill. It's just me.
Joey! Oh, I want to kick his dumb butt for real. But mission first. We swiped the card, the steel doors slid open. Right there, the data vault. In seconds, we had every agent identity recovered. But just as we were about to leave, Vincent appeared right in front of us.
You're leaving?
His eyes were filled with heartbreak. I froze, my chest tightening. Vincent, please, just let me explain.
What's the point? You're just gonna leave me anyway.
Anya, he's right. We have to go now.
Just 1 minute. Vincent, come with me. I'll take you somewhere safe. You can just be a kid. I'll protect you, I swear. Vincent didn't move. He was clearly torn. But then the hallway filled with sirens. Dang it, we're out of time. I pulled Vincent into my arms and led both of them into a side room, slammed the door shut. Outside, guards were closing in. The door wouldn't hold much longer. No choice left, I turned to Joey and pushed Vincent toward him. You take the window out and promise me get him to safety, no matter what it takes.
But what about you?
I'll hold them off.
Anya, don't be stupid.
Too late. I threw the door open and shot Joey a quick wink. You owe me a cocktail, Joey. I slammed the door shut, then charged straight toward the guards. Behind me, Joey had already gotten Vincent out through the window. I just had to buy them enough time. Just a few more minutes. When I came to, I was in a dark, cold cell. They'd stripped away my disguise. I looked around. No one else was there. And I actually felt relief. Vincent had made it out. He was finally free. He'd never have to live like this again. Not long after, MDA launched a full-scale raid on Virus HQ. The battle was brutal, but in the end, the criminal organization was completely dismantled. Joey led a team of agents charging into the prison block to rescue me.
Still owe you that cocktail, remember?
I laughed, then threw my arms around him. And then I saw Vincent. He was standing there watching me with an expression too complicated to read. Hey Vincent, I think it's time I introduced myself properly. My real name is Anya, not Vega. I'm I'm an undercover agent, specialized in disguise, and I've been lying to you this whole time. I'm so sorry. But if you're willing to trust me one more time, I want you to know something real. I want to adopt you. Just you and me, a real family. What do you think? He didn't say anything. His eyes flickered with hesitation. Then he ran into my arms, holding me tight. From now on, you'll have a new life, Vincent. One you truly deserve. When I was alone in the school lab, I started humming a tune. Nice think about me every night, oh, is that sweet I guess so. Hey, did you hear that? Is that the panda? The sound of two girls' footsteps got closer to me. Gotcha! Where did it go? I swear I heard someone singing. Maybe we were mistaken. Let's go. Whew. If you don't know where I was hiding, let me tell you. Over here! Let me explain why I had to hide my singing voice. Bring your popcorn and drinks because this is quite the story. I'm Vanessa, a 17-year-old girl who loves singing. I used to be very confident too. My parents always said I'd become a famous singer someday. I nurtured my dream until I was 13 when a big incident happened. My family faced a huge crisis. My dad's company went bankrupt. Our happy family suddenly became distant and cold. Not long after, my parents divorced and I moved to live with my mom's relatives. I couldn't afford to pursue my singing dream anymore. I even had to sell my piano to cover school expenses. But that wasn't the worst part. One day on my way to school, my umbrella got blown away by the wind and fell onto the street. I ran to pick it up without looking at the traffic. I was lucky to survive the accident, but I was left with a huge scar on my face. I couldn't let makeup touch the scar, which meant my path to the stage was even more obstructed. Because of the large scar on my face and my not-so-great financial situation, my classmates often ignored me. One person didn't care about my looks and stayed by my side. That was Gabriella. She was the total opposite of me. Gabriella had everything: beauty, wealth, popularity, yet she still befriended me. Maybe because when she accidentally heard me sing for the first time, she felt a connection through music. I saw Gabriella as a family member. I was comfortable being myself around her. Baby, I'm in love with my best friend. It's a waste if you don't become a singer. Unlike me, I have no interest in singing, but my mom keeps forcing me to go to a music school. I just want to become an actress. The things she had were exactly my dreams. I also wanted to be a singer, but what chances did a girl with no money and no looks like me have? No, I was wrong. There was actually a way for me to continue pursuing my dream. A representative from the University of Michigan came to announce there was a scholarship for music students who applied early. The scholarship covered 100% of the tuition fees. No way! Michigan is really going all out this year! They'll definitely be looking for someone with both voice and looks. It's going to be tough, right? Exactly. I knew I didn't have the looks, but this was a once-in-a-lifetime chance. I might not become a singer, but I could continue my passion as a music teacher. That night, I went home and thought about how I could apply for the audition. What if this scar made me fail? While pondering, I saw my cousin's panda mask on the bookshelf. An idea popped up, and I put on that silly mask and started recording a video. I sang until my voice was hoarse and then boldly sent the video for the audition. Even though I knew the competition was fierce, I still prayed for some luck. From that day on, I checked my email almost every day. A week passed and still no response from Michigan. I felt hopeless, thinking I had no chance. Then I heard my singing coming from a nearby girl's phone. Then another. I ran quickly and borrowed a phone from a nearby friend. I realized someone had uploaded my audition video on TikTok. The video had millions of likes. Don't you know, the panda is super famous right now. Everyone is trying to find the girl with this voice. At that moment, my phone rang. It was Gabriella. Vanessa, you're famous! Wait, I need to meet you right now. There's something I need your help with. As soon as Gabriella got my emergency call, she rushed to school. We went to the hallway to talk. I handed her my phone and she carefully read the email from Michigan that I had received while waiting for her. So you need to appear in person to prove your voice? I can't show up in front of the judges with this scar. I'll definitely get disqualified. Don't worry, my uncle has a cosmetic surgery clinic in Florida. I'll talk to him about getting your scar treated for free. Gabriella was like my lifesaver. I couldn't count how many times I owed her. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. What can I do to repay you? After I said that, Gabriella hesitated as if she wanted to ask me for something. It didn't matter what she needed. I would do anything I could to help her. Gabriella told me that her mother had been seriously ill recently and might not make it. Her mother always wanted her to get into the music school. Gabriella had been practicing singing but couldn't improve, which upset her mother. She asked me to sing for her on stage so her mother, who was receiving treatment abroad, could feel at ease. I feel bad asking you this, but I'm so worried about my mom and I don't know what else to do. Only when she sees me pursuing music will she feel at peace. Hearing this, I immediately agreed to help her. We practiced together in secret, trying to synchronize our lip movements with my voice. Then Gabriella took me to music stages in town. I stood behind the curtain while Gabriella was on stage. She wore a sparkling outfit while I was hidden in the dark. Gabriella looked at me from the stage and winked, signaling me to start. We performed perfectly together. Everyone praised Gabriella, which made me feel a bit sad. We did it! We did it! Soon you'll be on stage singing with your own voice! All of Gabriella's performances were live streamed. She said her mom watched the clips and was very proud of her. When we were celebrating, I heard many people speculating that Gabriella was the mysterious singer, the Panda. Seeing me hesitating, she reassured me. Once my mom gets better, I'll explain to everyone that you are the real singer. Having a friend like her made me feel more at ease. Gabriella also mentioned she was preparing everything for my trip to Florida, making me even more grateful. But before I could go to Florida, she still needed me to perform a few times. One time while I was singing backstage for Gabriella because her mom had told relatives and invited them to watch, Gabriella seemed very nervous. But I held her hand and encouraged her. We finished the performance just as well as always. Her relatives surrounded her, clearly proud. Suddenly, I noticed a blonde woman standing behind her relatives. Wasn't that Carly Gross, the famous opera singer? Excitedly, I grabbed a paper and pen ready to ask for an autograph, but Gabriella blocked me. Her relatives quickly left. I couldn't hide my excitement and asked her, "Oh my gosh, you didn't tell me Carly Gross is your relative? I idolize her so much!" She's a distant relative, the daughter of my great-uncle's son. You know I don't like using connections. I wanted Gabriella to introduce me to Carly Gross, but she had a point. It's better to prove my talent on my own. I often asked Gabriella about her mom's condition, but things didn't seem to improve much, so she always hesitated to tell me. I thought I'd visit her mom when she returned from treatment. After nearly 2 months, I finally completed all the paperwork for my trip to Florida. Gabriella prepared everything for me, but she had to stay behind for some work. Following Gabriella's directions, I arrived at her relative's clinic. I was warmly welcomed by her uncle. I shared my future plans once my scar was healed, but he seemed worried. I was ready for my first surgery when the uncle suddenly dropped the surgical tools.
I can't do this. I'm sorry.
I was bewildered. The truth he revealed shocked me. Gabriella had paid him to pretend to be her uncle and botch my surgery. Why would Gabriella do this to me? Realizing I might be in danger, I quickly packed my things and escaped from the clinic. I had to go back and find out the truth. On my way back home, I remembered I had never been to Gabriella's house. Using the address from the class list, I found her house and knocked on the door. An older, healthy-looking woman answered. "Hello? Can I help you?" "Are you Gabriella's mom?" When she nodded, I carefully asked about what had happened. She said she had never been abroad for treatment. I realized Gabriella had lied to me. The next day at school, Gabriella was surrounded by friends congratulating her on receiving the Michigan scholarship. It turned out that on the day I saw the singer Carly Gross, Gabriella had contacted the Michigan Schools Evaluation Council to witness the live performance. There were no relatives involved. Gabriella had approached me with the intention of gradually turning me into her ghost singer. It was all an act she created to steal my scholarship. She made the world believe that the panda was Gabriella, and I had helped her do it. I walked straight into the crowd and pulled her aside to confront her. She continued to act as if she had done nothing wrong. "I'm sorry, I didn't expect Michigan to give me the scholarship. You helped me sing. I will pay you a lot of money." "Stop lying. You just wanted to use me." "Think about it. How can you become a singer with that face? I'll pay for you to apply to be a music teacher at another school." Because of my insecurity, I missed out on a precious opportunity and let someone else take advantage of it. I wouldn't let her keep using my voice. Maybe with this face, I couldn't become a singer, but my gifted voice was mine. That was an unchangeable truth. I stood up and pushed Gabriella to the ground, officially declaring war on her. "Listen carefully. I don't need your dirty money. You can have that scholarship. Sooner or later, everyone will realize your voice quality will go down because clearly, you sing worse than me." I immediately stopped being friends with her. I didn't expose her to everyone right away, but quietly uploaded many hidden singing clips online. Afterward, many fans requested her to sing the songs I performed. Seeing Gabriella's terrified expression showed how scared she was. She always made excuses not to sing those songs. To avoid it, Gabriella had to stop performing altogether. As for me, I focused on completing my studies early and earning money to apply to Michigan. I kept the secret and spread rumors that I had to drop out to make Gabriella let her guard down. After a few months of effort, I was accepted into the vocal department of Michigan University. You wouldn't believe her face when she saw me at the music department's student introduction event. I threw the panda mask on the ground. Gabriella's face turned pale as I confidently stood on stage with my scarred face. I would like to dedicate the song Toxic Friends to the friend who stole my scholarship and fame, Gabriella. I started to sing. Everyone was shocked and confused. Gabriella tried to refute my accusations from the audience, but it was useless. I provided all the email addresses and recommendations to the school. Gabriella was expelled and the scholarship was rightfully returned to its original owner. I didn't expose her immediately because I wanted someone as evil as her to have a taste of having everything and then losing it all. After people knew I was the real The Panda, they expressed admiration for my story. The scar on my face was no longer a big issue for me. It became a unique brand when people mentioned the talented masked singer with an inspiring story. If you were me, would you handle things the way I did? Please leave your opinions in the comment section below.